What's up, guys? Welcome back to John Luke Vlog. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you have not liked and subscribed, go ahead and smack that button down there. I wanted to go over a experience that has truly changed my life. The local mission church has a couple of my family members that actually are directors over this, and I've always been a person that loves charity. I love helping people. That's my forte. That's my cup of tea. I love doing that. Hence the YouTube channel. I love helping people. So after a couple of days of visiting, I volunteered to go down. My uncle, who is like I said, one of the directors over it, he's been battling some kidney stones and needed an extra hand out in the warehouse, moving the food, and they had a big food giveaway. So I just so happened to actually be on my way to visit them, and this is how God works. I was on my way to visit them, and called him up, and he said, would you be busy tomorrow? And I was like, no, I'm free as far as I know. And he said, well, we're having a massive food giveaway tomorrow. What would you think about coming down and helping out a little bit? Because, there's nobody to do the heavy lifting. What do you think about coming down? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Some church, meeting new people, I'm all about it. Let's do it. So I showed up, and we decided to go ahead and get getting. Now, I don't talk about my location too much because of weird stalkers and things. I've actually dealt with that, and I don't want to do that again. But Southeast Kentucky, I can say that. Southeast Kentucky is a very poverty town. Or towns, the whole region's pretty poverty as far as like jobs and factories and things. Unless you go more towards central Kentucky or something, the job search, you're not going to be making a whole lot of money. And some of the jobs only require part-time. So in the middle of this mix, the income ratio around here is always going to be very low. I'm talking like below $12,000 a year type of income. I don't know how they function on that money, but somehow they make it work, of course, with government benefits and things. But a lot of these people, they cannot afford clothes, they cannot afford food. Some of the kids coming in, their mommies and daddies are in very stressful situations. Some of them are alcoholics, some of them are drug users, etc., whatever. So I met a lot of new people, and of course it's all confidential, so I can't tell you who they are or nothing like that. But I met these people, and little did I know my whole train of thought and way of thinking was going to be altered in this trip. I went in thinking that I was going to help people, when in return they actually helped me. And I know that day was for me specifically. The message, he may not have geared it towards me or anything like that, but listen, it hit home like every bit of that. I felt home again. And I've had a very difficult time because I have been out of church for a little while. And, I've tried to dedicate myself again. And if you've ever had a moment where you have to push through a barrier to try and pray, I hit that. And there was like 4 walls thick, and I could not do it. I mean, it was ridiculous how much effort I would have to put into trying to pray. And if you've never experienced it, I can't really give it into you in words. But it feels like you're talking to a wall. So distressed, my situation. I've always lived in church. I've always been, I can't say I was actually raised in church. A lot of the times when I was a little kid, I would climb on the church bus by myself. And, I made do with what I had. The church bus come by and pick me up. Mom and Dad in my teen years finally decided to start coming with me. But, I kept pushing through my teen years. And, I tried, like I said, to make the best out of it. Started preaching when I was 16 years old. And I tried doing the best I can. The only thing I knew how to do, I didn't party, I didn't gamble, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. I was, pretty well innocent. And, of course, now being 23 years old, yeah, I've saw quite a bit of things and I've done some things. But thank goodness it's never hooked me to where I was bound. I was, driven. And so I went to this event, and I'm a very friendly person. I could talk to a wall. So I ended up singing a song or so, and one after another of these people coming through the line, they would all they're almost in awe, that somebody would actually hug them or tell them have a great day or God bless, or the affections that they've never saw before. Some, it was their first time to the mission to receive food. And some of these people, some of these kids, some of these families, they don't have enough to make it. And it was a privilege. One thing the Bible talks about tremendously is charity. And experiencing true charity, I got there at 8:30 a.m. that day, and I left about 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m. I put in a full day. I did not receive a dime. That's not what I was there for. There might be some people out there that may not do that kind of work unless they're getting paid, but I'm not that way. I went for the people, and that's why I went. But, it changes the way you think, because now, these past couple of days, for the first time in a while, I actually slept all night long. Most of the time I wake up through the middle of the night, and I have a hard time trying to stay asleep. But I would like to believe that I fully 100% just. This is what the old timers call it in Kentucky. Okay, give it to God. All right. Whenever I established this YouTube channel, I wanted to have a Christian background on it. I wanted to have a family-oriented background on it. And most of all, I wanted people to be able to see a light, And, I want everybody to feel comfortable with this topic. Unfortunately, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't. But God is a major part of my life. Have I made mistakes? You better believe it. Have I done some wrong things? Absolutely. Thank goodness it's nothing that I am bound to and I regret, and I find myself, wishing otherwise. But, everything is a journey, and that's how it works. You just take it step by step. And you never know who you're going to meet. Like I said, these people, it's been a life-changing experience. You take so much for granted. Just whenever you think life can't get any worse, you look over and you find somebody that is in 5 times worse shape than you are. And it's heartbreaking, because tonight we went to a youth service, and some of these kids didn't want to leave because they was having such a good time. And God only knows what their mom or dads or whatever's doing, because in this part of town, it can be rough, really rough. Some of them, like one little girl actually said tonight that, please don't get my clothes dirty because that's the only ones I have. And there was another little boy that said, I don't want to go home. I want to stay at Bible school. You all are fun, and I'm having a great time. And, just things that would melt your heart. I love kids, period. I love kids. So, right now in this specific moment in my life, me and Chelsea have talked about it. And we feel that right now we're going to hold off on moving for a little while, because we feel like there's an opportunity knocking, and we want to be in the right place at the right time. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to commit, and we're going to try to volunteer as much as possible. And eventually, if it leads into a position, so be it. But we're going to try to help out with what we can, because I'm very kid-oriented. I love kids. I had a blast playing with them today. I'm a big kid myself sometimes, but we had a great time. So I have one more thing that I want to talk to you all about that I feel like is going to be very important to a lot of you. Alright, so this is something that is very dear to me, and I would love to be able to help you out, okay? I heard a story of a man that he started to doing. Let me first start out. He started in search for trying to please God, and one way that he found to do this was to make these little crosses. Now, this is an alloy metal. This is one of the strongest metals in the world. This is a very costly metal, and this is pretty thick, if you can tell. Well, there we go. You can see it's pretty thick. And this is this could be drilled to a necklace. This could be, you can have engravings down the middle of it. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. But his wishes was to not have any credit for this. He doesn't want credit for this. He has not made a penny. He's not made a cent off of this. He used to individually hand punch these, and he's from around the Lexington area of Kentucky. He was doing these one by one, okay? It is estimated right now that he has put out, I believe it's almost 8 million of these. He's been doing this for 15, 20 years. These right here, his wish is to have these dispersed all across the world off his own pocket. The cheaper metals, whenever the punch, he actually bought a new machine that was supposed to cost $60,000. He actually paid just $30,000 for it. Once again, God moved. So the story of this guy, I'm going to try to do a dedicated video just for this man, tell his story. But I wanted to introduce these little crosses to you all. It's a silver, gorgeous little cross metal. And, I love spreading the word. Like I said, I've had an life-altering visit to this mission. I can't even begin to speak how I feel. And what I want to do for you guys is I want to send these to you. I don't care what part of the world you are in. I will figure out a way to get you one. But if you would like, I'm not charging anything. I'm just going to stick it in an envelope and try to send it, okay? If you are a person that wants one of these, I would love to send you one. So I'm going to put my email down on the bottom, down in the description. So please email me your address, P.O. Box, whatever it may be. I would love to send you one of these. I'm not asking for anything in return. I want the word to get out about these. Like I said, he's been doing it for a very long time. No worries. I'm not going to run out anytime soon. So if you want 2, I'll send 2. If you want 5, I'll send you 5. So please let me know, and I will get these to you as soon as possible. And this is probably the most well-known emblem in the world. And like I said, you can take and drill a little hole here on the top. You can make a necklace out of it, keep it in your wallet, put it in your car, underneath your mattress at night, wherever it may be. If you are a Christian, you are a firm believer, and this is something that you would like to have, I would love to be able to send it to you, because I almost have an unlimited supply of these things. So like I said, if you want 10, I'll send you 10. If you want 5, I'll send you 5. So if you would like a little box of them, so you can go and walk down the street and minister, by all means, let me know, and I will get you as many as I can. So I'm very privileged to hold this piece right now. This man has a tremendous ministry that he has created, and he said that he always felt like he had a purpose in life, and that he never dreamed that this would be something that he did. But I know that I know these things help. But I've had a very, very great couple days. But like I said, guys, the link is going to be in the email is going to be in the bio if this is something that you would like. Just to give you an idea in comparison, that's how big they are. They're pretty good size, you know. Carry it in your Bible, use it as a bookmark, whatever, okay? I want to get you this. I really do. I want to get as many as I can out. I want to try and go the next day or two, buy a book of stamps so I can start getting these babies out there. So please, if you watch this video and this is something that you would like to have, let me know, because I definitely want to get you one, okay? You know, something I really hadn't talked about very much because of different reasons. I actually started preaching when I was 16 years old, and my teen years consisted of church. When I would get home from school, my intriguing thoughts was going to church that night. I've been in tons of places. I've been all over, from Virginia to Kentucky to Tennessee to Ohio, different places. And, you know, I wouldn't take a mile. I wouldn't take an inch back. You know, my teen years, I can't say I partied. I can't say that I drank and I smoked and all that. I had a very solid teen years. And I still catch people on the street that knew me in high school, and are you still preaching, or are you still going to church, or even family, you know, some of the distant families still do that too. So with all this being said, it's time for me to pick up my sword and shield and put on the armor and start fighting again. It's so easy to forget who you are and where you came from. And we always use the excuse that life gets in the way, or I don't have enough time, or, you know. But really, in all reality, whose time is it anyways? Who controls everything? You know, we really need to focus on priorities and, you know, give it our all, because it's not every day that you have a chance to go to heaven. So, while the getting's good, we better do it. And, you know, I hope this has helped. I hope this has helped many people. And I hope that these crosses help many people. And alongside of the cross, if you send the email, comment below whatever you want to do. Let me know if you would like a prayer cloth to go with the cross, and I can send you a prayer cloth. For those that there's always going to be some that doesn't understand what a prayer cloth is for. But what you do with a prayer cloth is you anoint it with olive oil. In other words, you take olive oil, set the cloth on it, you dunk it. And the reason why you do that is because you're expressing the faith that the oil is going to heal, is going to help, and it's going to replenish what's been broken. So even though I can't physically be with you, I would send a prayer cloth to you in order to, you know, I'm going to send some of my prayers your way. In other words, that's what it's saying. So if you would like to have a prayer cloth, I will personally, I will get a strip of cloth, cut it in little pieces, and I will pray over it, and I will send it to you. Now I understand that this is going to be dangerous in some countries, but I'm going to get a little thing of bags, and I'm going to put the oil down in the bag so it doesn't bleed through the envelope and stuff like that. And you know, there will be really no detection through the post office or anything like that there's anything harmful. You know, nothing like that. So. Which is not harmful anyways. I mean, it's just, you know, a prayer cloth. But you never know how somebody will treat an envelope until it gets to you. And also, I'm going to send a letter, some type of typed letter, just thanking you for your response, and something to that extent. But, you know, like I said earlier, I want this to be a very Christian-oriented channel. And like I said, I know there's going to be people that do not agree with what I talk about. That's okay. And I'm glad that everybody is different, everybody is made in their own way, because I can name about 2 handfuls of people right now that I'm glad I'm not like. And with that being said, I'm very glad I am who I am, and the morals I have and the beliefs I have. And I'm going to be working on this book. This is like a daily devotion. I've not done one of these in a very long time, so I'm going to try. And also, if you would like me to do on the daily videos, read out of this a little bit, I'd love to. That'd be great. And what's a warrior without a sword, right? Gotta have the Bible. So, alright guys, I think that pretty much sums it up. So if you are wanting one of the crosses, 5 crosses, 25 crosses, let me know, and I will do my best to get them out to you as soon as possible. Email me down in the description your address, and I will send it to you, okay? I can't think of anything that I'm missing other than keep God first. God bless. Have a great night, great day, wherever you're at. And I am looking for a bunch to be talking to you soon. And also, if you have friends and family that is requesting having some of those, just get me the address or let me know to use your address, and I will get them to you as soon as I can. For many people, this is going to be something that they enjoy, and others is just going to be a sound mind of knowing that they have a little bit of God in their life, So I love you guys. Have a great day, and we'll be talking to you soon. We gone.